Hey, Viola Rules here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. So last time we did the whole interrogation of Old Bag, and we found that Lotta's camera was on her because she stole it, and the note because she figured that Lotta had some legitimate information about Juan, which she didn't. And we decided that Adrian Andrews framed Matt Ongard, but I don't know if that's exactly right, but it's bought us some more time, so that's good. And also Edgeworth helped us progress the trial for today, so that's also very nice of him. Dude, I can't believe that, Adrian. No way. Not cool and collected Adrian Andrews. She is your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony, during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time. See? She could also have easily planted that blood-covered button in your hammock. Because she was the one who came to wake me up? Yeah, I guess it's possible. Then, dude, you're saying it really was her? Yes, she is the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juan Carita. Again, I'm skeptical about that. But why? I thought she was buds with Juan. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial is over. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today. Give me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze, okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude? Phoenix, you think her motive is related to Celeste Impact's missing suicide note, right? Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impacts for her strength and her will to live. Right. But then Miss Impact suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left a suicide note and the person thought to have hidden it is Juan Carita, the victim of this murder. And that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Carita. All to get the suicide note back, assuming he even had it still. That sounds plausible, but one thing bothers me. What? Who was it that first told us about their relationship? Better stated, Mr. Andrews' codependency with regards to Miss Impacts. It was Edgeworth. It looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. Don't let your guard down yet. Noted. Yeah, because I really don't think she's the killer, but I do think somebody is trying to frame her. But I don't know who. Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please. The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Carita's room. What is your occupation? I'm the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt Ongard. I see. Now then. Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request. Yes, sure. What is it? I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing, and would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently. No, I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Gossip Land. If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me. It's true. Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim. Yes, I was seeing Mr. Carita. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan, but that this was a private matter between Juan and myself. So it was a fry and bait matter? Or was that bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing. But I didn't kill him. No one has accused you of that. I've got a feeling someone will soon. I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews. Very well then. Witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder had taken place. Okay, let's see what she has to say. When I found the body. It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was naturally the same exact scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. How weird. You poured yourself a glass of juice? Yes, sadly I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of the crime. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor. Okay. That kind of sounds like a lie, but let's go with it for now. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Phoenix. She is one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match. Yes, I know. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pace. Disrupt her pace? She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking, so you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial is over, understand? I think so. I don't know what that slowdown was, but okay. And there was his dead body. I was in shock. Makes sense that you would be, but let's see what Phoenix has to say. You were in shock? What? Was I not supposed to be? Miss Andrews is a very calculating person. And despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Kurita. Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. I see. What I saw was naturally the same exact scene as in the crime scene photo. This is the photo you're referring to, correct? Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest. And the guitar case was like this too? Yes, it was open and empty, of course. And then what did you do next, witness? Felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. Juice. Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself. But you didn't drink any of it, did you? Huh? There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it. Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Kurita, you were in great shock, and that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct? And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time. Your mind was a complete blank? I didn't think that was possible for you. Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing. What one thing? Never mind. It's no big deal. What was she starting to say just now? Press further, let her be. Press further, because this is the final statement in her thing, so might as well. Miss Andrews, I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. Actually, so would I. I'm sorry. It's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over. Oh, really? Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? This mess of glass shards? It was originally on top of the dresser. But when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Okay, so that does line up with what we know. The guitar case was wet, partially. Why? Why did you withhold such an important piece of information? I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess. It looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony. I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. Are you sure about that? I was the one who knocked the flower vase over, where it fell onto the guitar case. What kind of flower vase was it? Don't see why that's relevant, but okay. It was a glass vase, and it was fairly big and heavy. I thought I would try to take Juan's pulse, so I set the glass I was holding down on the dresser. And that's when my elbow accidentally hit the vase. That's odd. I thought she was always in total control of herself. She just saw a dead body. Of course she's not. That's what she would like people to think. Always be mindful of the gap between the perception and reality. It doesn't sound like there's any glaring contradictions in her testimony just now. I warned you earlier that she would not crack so easily. The only way to make her is to keep on the offensive and not let up. The only way you're going to catch her is with some very strong, decisive evidence. I have to find something, I just have to, for Maya's sake. So it has to be that last statement she made that I have to present something to. So let me go ahead and skip to that. Because this is the only thing. Let me check something. Guitar case. There's some water, but it's only on top of the lid. Bears Karita's fingerprints. Okay, so that's the inconsistency, because she said that the guitar case was already open and that the guitar was gone, right? But that can't be the case if the water was only on top of the lid, because the water was not on the inside of the case. That's a lie. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct? Yes. And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there some problem with what I said? Yes, actually. It's not some problem, it's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside. That's very true. Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case. What is that? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor. And what is wrong with that? If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shard should be inside, not outside the case. Exactly. What is your point, Wright? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over? Is that all? Yes, actually. No, think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. Okay, maybe that's not all. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else. Oh, right. She obviously touched the guitar case. Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say that she didn't touch the guitar case. But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all. That may very well be, however, an empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case. It does seem that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case? I would think so, because I'm pretty sure if we just let her be, we'd probably lose. I'm gonna say make her testify. The empty guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle. I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you. I can't believe I'm doing this either. Alright, I'll follow along, for now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case. Yes, Your Honor. Witness testimony of the guitar case. I don't remember it too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked over the vase. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As to why I opened the case, even I don't know. That doesn't sound right. It looks like this really wasn't a very important point. This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination. Using any way to change the topic. A convenient escape for a weak man. Jeez. Wow. Okay, and we'll go ahead and pick apart this testimony in the next episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. If you guys did, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all next time.